Hello and welcome to EM Recap, the show where we discuss news that made waves across India's northeast. I know we have been missing for the past couple of weeks, but fear not, we are back. So without any further ado, let's take a look at some of the important developments from the region from the past week that you may have missed or would like to revisit. Manipur continued witnessing violence the past week, but the situation escalated even further on February 15 after an irate mob attempted to storm the office of the Superintendent of Police in Churachandpur following the suspension of a police head constable after he was allegedly seen with armed men in a viral video. The fresh tension led to the offices of the Deputy Commissioner, the Superintendent of Police and several vehicles parked on the premises being set ablaze by the violent mob. According to a police report, the mob consisted of approximately 300 to 400 and attempted to storm the office of SP and even pelted stones. The report also said that security forces, including RAF, responded appropriately by firing tear gas shells to control the situation. This resulted in the death of 2 people and left over 25 injured. The 2 deceased have been identified as Letlalkhul Gangte, son of Kangkhomang Gangte of Nalon village and Thangulen Haukip, son of Seilal Haukip of S. Chanveng. Situation in the valley districts of the state was not calm either, as petrol pump outlets in the valley areas decided to shut down operations for 3 days starting Friday, citing a financial crisis and donation demands by various organizations. The decision was made during an emergency meeting on February 15, attended by representatives of all Manipur petrol pump dealers. Earlier, representatives of the petrol retail outlets had informed Chief Minister N. Biren Singh about the potential closure if financial demands or donation exceeded their capacity to pay. In a letter to the CM, they outlined challenges such as declining sales, a significant decrease in profit margins close to 40 to 50%, and an excessive number of demands from donations from various organizations. The letter also highlighted the challenges faced by employees, including threats and kidnapping for ransoms. The representatives explained that managing expenses like employee salaries, company fees, insurance and income tax has become difficult with their current income. In light of these challenges, they have requested the Chief Minister's assistance in overcoming the financial crisis. Meanwhile, vehicle owners in need of fuel for emergency purposes are compelled to buy it from the black market, where prices have surged to 150 rupees per litre. After months of protest, the past week came bearing some good news for the tribal students of Tripura. On February 12, the Tripura government officially declared that students in the state would have the freedom to write Kokborok in any script of their choice, including Roman. The announcement was made during a press conference led by Cabinet spokesperson and Tourism Minister Sushant Chaudhary at the Civil Secretariat. Here's what he said.
Our call to them would be to just withdraw the bond, let the bond be called off, because whatever the decision of this government is, the status quo will be maintained. The students in the recent past we have seen very much eager to solve this issue, and in the last 2 sessions of our assembly, the matter was discussed, and from various quarters also the matter was taken up with the Honorable Chief Minister, and he has subsequently written a letter to the chairman of CBSC, but the response is still awaited. So keeping everything in view, our clarion call to all the organizations who have just condemned the bond and who have also supported the bond, that you just withdraw the bond. Bond cannot be a particular solution. Let us all have discussion, and our Honorable Chief Minister will pursue it further with CBSC.
The development unfolded against the backdrop of the protests that blockades called by student bodies which crippled the state for hours. Highways were blocked, railway lines were blocked and institutions remained closed as several students supported by civil society organizations and associations took to the streets of the state. However, the decision to withdraw the protests following the minister's press conference did not go down well with activists who had been fighting for the cause for many years. According to Kokborok writers who practice Roman script, the core demands that led to the Kokborok protests in Tripura, garnering spontaneous support from the ground level, remained by and large unaddressed. You can read the full story through the link in the description. Not just Tripura, the past week also saw students in Sikkim protesting for their rights. Students at NIT Sikkim in Rabongla staged a protest for days demanding attention to their basic needs and expressing dissatisfaction with the institution's overall welfare. The strike commenced on February 12, continuing through the chilly nights and went on till February 16. Their demands: firstly, the reinstatement of the former training and placement cell team with Dr. Dhananjay Tripathi designated as the faculty in charge is sought. If Dr. Tripathi declines, TNP members will select their faculty in charge. The second demand is the establishment of a student body to represent student concerns, fostering better communication for improved administrative advocacy, transparency and enhanced food and lodging facilities. The third demand insists on regular monitoring of outlined demands by a governmental or organizational entity. The fourth demand requires Dr. Gajendra Singh Shekhawat to issue a formal apology for his remarks, with resigned expected in case of refusal. As per developments till the time of recording this video, the demands of the students have been accepted following a meeting with the director of the institute, but an official notification regarding the same is yet to be provided. Is Meghalaya going to open doors to opencast mining? The question emerged after the centre gave clearance to 4 applications to start scientific mining of coal in Meghalaya, and the final step left for resumption of mining is the environment clearance as per the Environment Impact Assessment Notification of 2006, which is likely to take 4 to 5 months. However, as per a report by the Shillong Times, officials of the Central Mine Planning and Design Institute Limited are of the opinion that the impact on vegetation and forest cover through improvised rat hole mining would have been minimal as compared to open cast mining. The report said that CMPDIL officials endorse the view that the subsidence of land is minimum in case of rat hole mining, since during the course of mining the workers maintain underground pillars at regular intervals and extraction of coal is done in between the 2 pillars only to prevent the soil overhead from collapsing. Link to the full story has been shared in the description. But what is your take on this? Should Meghalaya opt for open cast mining? Do let us know in the comments. That is all we have for this week's EM Recap. We will be back next week with another roundup. But before I say goodbye, I want you to subscribe to EastMojo. The process is simple. You can click the link in the description and choose a plan of your choice. Remember, your contribution and support will help keep EastMojo the way we have always been: independent and unbiased. I'm Kalyan Deb. Thank you for watching.